Lauderdale Airport. Right now we're at Terminal 2, and today we're taking a Delta 757-200 to Atlanta. So let's head to the terminal and get checked in. Alright, and welcome to Fort Lauderdale Terminal 2. This terminal is now home to 3 airlines: Delta, Air Canada, and WestJet. For a big airline out of Fort Lauderdale, this terminal is very empty right now. Today we're on Delta Flight 2345 to Atlanta, boarding gate D8, so let's head over now. And right here's our gate for today, D8. Today, as you could see, the terminal is very crowded. A lot of the WestJet flights are leaving, and all the Delta flights, so it's jam-packed. Our flight today is packed to the core. It's completely full. Per tradition, it's time for plane spotting. Let's go. And out in the distance, our plane is landing from Atlanta. Our aircraft today is November 680 Delta Alpha. It's a 31-year-old Boeing 757 with a classic wing. The serial number is 26956. Just came in a few minutes ago from Atlanta. Right out here, going into gate Echo E8, is an Azul A330-900 Neo getting ready for its flight to Brazil later on. Alright, we're boarding now for Atlanta. This flight is jam-packed. There are huge lines all over, crowding like half a terminal. It's crazy. And our seat for today is 37A. Our seat for today's 37A. We got a nice, decent legroom here. Adjustable headrest.
Good evening and welcome aboard. Please place smaller items under the
in-flight screen right here, IFE.
Wheels are handled first. And turn the bag onto its side and ensure the bag
nice tray
if it's
table.
full, feel free to close it. Please step out of the aisle to allow others to pass and take your assigned seats quickly and safely. If you're having trouble
Safety
locating
card
your bags,
advertisement.
are available in the aisle monitoring your space.
Our window right here, just behind the wing. This right here is today's wing view. As you can see, it's not the typical 757 wing. It's actually flat. This is a classic 757 configuration right here. I like it. Something I like about Delta is that their boarding music has lyrics. Unlike other airlines like American, for example, it's basically just elevator music, so it adds more excitement to the flight. I like it a lot. Right out there is the flight deck crew getting ready for their 6.5-hour flight to Seattle.
Good luck there, welcome aboard 2345 Surf to Atlanta. So as you get out here, it's going to be 1 hour and 25 minutes en route, takeoff to touchdown, some more fare sending into Atlanta. Other than that, should be a nice flight. Again, Mike Osborne here. We have the first officer in Atlanta-based flight test, so it's going to be our pleasure to get you to Atlanta. Looks like we have an auxiliary power unit that is not functioning, so we'll be starting an engine at the gate, and then we'll push back and be underway and start the other one on the taxi out. Thanks for joining us again. We'll be underway as soon as everybody's on board. Looks like all the cargo should be loaded any moment now. Thank you.
You're watching. I'll be born glad whatever. I don't.
I'd like to give a thorough apology about the fact that if you have not received earbuds, there seems to be a shortage on this flight. Again, I apologize and thank you all for your understanding.
Welcome aboard. My name is Eric. I'm your flight leader. Our crew of 4 Minneapolis-based flight attendants are excited to take care of you. We extend a special welcome to our Sky Miles and Medallion members. We appreciate you continuing to trust us with your travel. Before we depart, please direct your attention to the video screens for a brief presentation of the safety features of our Boeing 757. If your video monitor is not working, please let a flight attendant know.
Is so much bigger than us. The more we experience it, the more we grow. Because travel opens our minds to new opportunities and fresh perspectives, reflection and restoration, and a re-energized desire to discover more.
Smoking, vaping, the use of e-cigarettes, or any smokeless product, including chewing tobacco, is not allowed on any Delta flight. Federal law prohibits tampering with, disabling, or destroying restroom smoke detectors.
If you lose power, lights will illuminate the aisle to guide you to an exit.
It's unlikely, but if cabin pressure changes, oxygen masks will drop from the panels above your seat and inside the lavatories. Reach up and pull the mask down to start the flow of oxygen. Remove any face covering and place the mask over your nose and mouth. Slip the elastic strap over your head and adjust the mask if necessary.
A water evacuation is also unlikely, but just in case, life vests are in a compartment beneath or adjacent to your seat. Now, before we take off, bring your seat to its upright position and stow your tray table. Be sure you fasten your seatbelt low and tight across your lap, secured your carry-on items, and put your armrests at resting position.
As we get ready for takeoff, please settle in. And from all of our crew, thank you for flying with Delta.
they have Delta's top 10 choices. Very responsive screen. Here are all the movies you can choose from. There are a lot. They have it filtered by genre and also time, the length of it also. Here's the series options. Spotify if you want to listen to anything on your flight. Here are our flight details today. Fort Lauderdale to Atlanta, Delta flight 2345. Okay, they call their planes ships now. Interesting. And here's all the 757 info, which is the aircraft we're on today. Cruising speed of 525 miles per hour, 134 feet 9-inch wingspan, 44-foot tail height, 2 turbofan wing-mounted engines, and 155 feet 3-inch length. For all of the foodies watching this video, here's the menu for the flight. Not a lot of snack options, but that's okay. Here are a lot of beverages. You could get a snack box as well. Or you could also get a chicken salad sandwich or a fruit and cheese tray. Finally, games. This one's my favorite. That's it for settings right here. There are so many different languages. You can change the volume, the brightness of your screen, or you could just put it to sleep by hitting that in the corner. Let's go to the flight tracker. To Atlanta. Right down here, all the different views you can use on the flight tracker. One great thing about the TV screens on Delta is that right here you have a USB port and a headphone jack. Now let's check out the Wi-Fi. Flight pass for Wi-Fi today is $10 unless you have Delta Sky Miles, you get it for free. As you can see, we're cruising at 35,000 feet, 442 knots. Central Florida right now. Right now we're near Orlando and Ocala. Right now, flight attendants are doing their in-flight service. The reason I'm not showing any window footage as I usually do is because it is so dark outside right now. I can't even see the wing from the inside of the plane. But right now we're over Georgia, 35,000 feet. We should be landing in Atlanta in 30 minutes. To drink today, I got a Travel Made Tradition, club soda, and cranberry juice. Cheers. 3 minutes. They just said we're scheduled to arrive at gate T as in Tango 3. And it's going to be a bit bumpy into Atlanta. Never had a smooth arrival into ATL, so I guess today is just another normal descent. For snack today, there were a couple of options, but today I got a white chocolate macadamia granola bar and a Biscoff. It's now time for the Travel Man Rates, Flight Edition. The factors that are looked at for this rating are the seat, the food, the in-flight entertainment, and the service. First, the seat. The seats on this flight were okay. For an hour and a half, it wasn't bad. The problem with these seats is that they were very narrow. They were also a bit creaky, but that was probably just due to the aircraft's older age. This plane is definitely past its prime ages, though, I'll tell you that. In some ways, this aircraft differs from Delta's regular wing 757s, though. Like, even the noises on this aircraft were slightly different. Other than that, though, not terrible. 3 out of 5. Next, the food. The food on this flight was very limited, only because there was no catering on the ground in Fort Lauderdale. It was only in the air when the crew found out about the scarce food and drink options. I commend the crew, however, because they were originally not supposed to be on this flight at all. Apparently, the crew that was supposed to take us up to Atlanta just walked off the flight after arriving at FLL, so they had to look for a new crew, which caused a slight delay. I am very grateful, however, that this crew was willing to go with us. But back to the food, pretzels were a bit stale, but other than that, all was good. Food on this flight earns a 4 out of 5. Next, the in-flight entertainment. The IFE on this flight was great. There were many selections to choose from in terms of genre of entertainment, language, and more. Every single selection that Delta has can be translated into over 10 languages, including Spanish, Mandarin, French, and Portuguese. The settings features were also great. 5 out of 5 for the IFE. Finally, the service. The crew on this flight was awesome. Not only because they decided to spend another 3 hours at work to bring us up to ATL, but also because they were extremely attentive, friendly, and helped passengers who had extremely tight connections. Usually when a flight crew has hours added to their workday, they're not too thrilled, but this crew seemed genuinely happy to be with us. The service was a bit slow, but that's alright, it's not their fault. The flight was a bit bumpy. They got the job done. 5 out of 5 for the crew. So, with all that said, Delta's 757-200 service from Fort Lauderdale to Atlanta earns a 17 out of 20. Great work, Delta. Welcome to Atlanta.
Welcome to Atlanta, where the local time is 8:38 p.m. Please stay seated with your seatbelt fastened and carry on either stowed until the captain has turned off the seatbelt sign. Be careful when opening overhead bins to avoid injury from items that may have been destroyed. And please ensure you have all your personal belongings before departing. We sincerely apologize for the delay and any inconvenience. If you have missed your connection, our Delta team will automatically rebook you on the next available flight. You can download the Flight Delta app to access, view, and make changes to your itinerary on any mobile device. You can receive flight status updates, boarding notifications, and check baggage information. On behalf of this Minneapolis-based crew, thank you for choosing Delta. We look forward to seeing you soon. flight attendants, prepare doors for arrival, cross-check, and on-call.
I'm pretty sure we all have tight connections, or the most of us. Please make sure to gather all your things, take a look around your seat before you leave and underneath your seat, and check the overhead bin and suits. Make sure you do not leave anything on board. Thank you all so much, and enjoy the rest of your night.
We get enough out. Thank you guys. You all have a great
Thank you. Have a good night. Thank you.
so much. Thank you all. Dad, get your phone on you so if I can't find you.
Alright, everybody, and welcome to the Atlanta Hartsfield-Jackson Airport Gate T3. A lot of the nighttime flights are leaving right now, so they gotta all get prepared to leave. Alright, everybody, and that concludes today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Our plane will be headed over to Jacksonville next. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please make sure to like and subscribe. Bye, guys.